So you want to be successful, athletic, and aesthetic, and just have a vibrant social life? Okay, I got you. I got you. A lot of people say it can't be done. They say you got to sacrifice this, you got to sacrifice that. If you want to really grow, you got to sacrifice. And they have a point. I'm not going to lie. Look, if you want to be the best athlete possible, you probably should sacrifice your social life. You should sacrifice scrolling on social media. If you want to have a growing and vibrant business, you might have to sacrifice going to the gym a little bit. You'll probably have to sacrifice going out with friends. However, there is a schedule that allows you to get the best of all worlds. You still get to develop your relationships with family, friends, lovers. You still get to work on your business and really hone in on your craft and get super good at that. And you still get to, go to the gym, play sports, run sprints, and just get fit and look good, athletic and aesthetic. And I've really laid out the entire method for you. Step one is just, you gotta have a purpose at the end of the day. You gotta have something that gets you up in the morning, that gets your feet on the ground and running. Because if you don't, it's like you're gonna be lollygagging the entire day. You're not gonna have no reason to do anything. So you gotta have a purpose, whether that's going to your job, whether that's working on a business, whether that's making videos like this, whether that's training for a sport. You gotta have something that gets you up in the morning, simple as that. So once you have your purpose, you can really streamline every decision, every activity that you do through that. And you can just ask yourself, is me eating a triple cheeseburger going to help me get closer to my goals? Probably not. Is me doing crystal going to help me get closer to my goals? Definitely not. So, you can start to streamline, the questions, like the decisions you can make through your purpose. So in order to show y'all the schedule, I'm gonna really just show y'all my schedule, and then I'm gonna tell you how you can implement this yourself. So for me personally, what I like to do, I wake up in the morning and I just have a quick 20 to 30 minute morning routine, brush my teeth, I'll wash my face, and I'll go meditate and take a walk. This way, I'm clean. On top of that, I've also gotten some headspace, and then I've also just gotten myself into a flow, because something you're gonna notice is I take a lot of walks throughout the day. So after I finish, my whole little morning routine is 20 to 30 minutes. Then after that, I'll go and I'll write on X, or I'll go also write in my Discord. So I have a whole Discord server. You can check it out, link below. But yeah, I'll write some tweets, maybe a couple of threads on X for 30 minutes. I'll also go and write something in the Discord, just give y'all some extra knowledge, some extra wisdom. And sometimes I'll even write an email during this time. And usually this whole writing process takes about an hour. So after I do that, I go and take a quick 5-minute walk, and then I'm back. And this is when I start to film my content, because I've already written out my schedule. So now that I've really fleshed out the idea, all I have to do is record the video, and I already have the idea. I've been playing with it in my mind. I pretty much got a script from Twitter, from the X writing. So I just use that and create videos off of that. So it's really simple. So I'll film videos, I'll film B-roll for the videos, and that shouldn't take more than an hour. I go and take another walk. I come back, and now it's time to edit these videos. So I don't actually edit my YouTube videos. Shout out my editor, Kaylin. You know who you are. But so I'll edit my shorts though, and I'll edit the stuff that I post on Instagram. So I'll either be, editing a whole bunch of shorts, 5 to 6 of them at a time, or I'll go and I'll create an Instagram carousel, which is an informational sort of post. Y'all about to see it if you go check out my Instagram. So then once I've done that, that takes about another hour. I go and take another walk. I come back, and usually there's just some extra business work. Maybe I have papers I gotta file through for my business, Athletics LLC, or maybe I'll be looking for a house, or maybe, I gotta build out my Discord some more, or I gotta create a program, just a whole bunch of stuff that I'm doing. So I do that for another hour, go and take another walk, and then I come back, and that's usually all the work that I'll do for the day. I'll tell y'all a bit about how sometimes I do extra work at the end of the day, but for now, just focus on this current moment. So I've worked for about 4 to 5 hours. Now it's really just time for me. I call this the siesta time. So the second part of the day after you've won the morning, because it's usually noon around this time, it's siesta time, okay? So this is when I really like to just take a break. I like to chill. I'll get a quick meal in me, because lately I've actually been doing 2 meals a day, one small meal and then one bigger meal after my workout. So usually during this time, I'll go outside, I'll get some sun, I'll read a book, and that way, I'm gaining knowledge while also getting sun. Come back inside, eat a quick meal, and it's always healthy. It's it might be some sardines, some eggs, or maybe I'll even have beef at this time. And then after that, I'll go and take a quick walk. That way, I love taking walks. I don't think y'all understand the power of walks. When you're just taking a walk, you have all these ideas munching in your brain. On top of that, if you don't even want to just walk with your own thoughts, you can also just throw on a podcast and walk outside. So I'll do that for an hour, either listen to a podcast for an hour, or I'll just walk and I'll just play through the stuff going on in my mind and work through that. Because when you're walking, like I said, it gets you in a flow. like an object in motion tends to stay in motion. So if you're constantly walking, if you're constantly moving throughout the day, you're just gonna be in a good flow that allows you to just get stuff done like that. You're gonna have more energy and stuff is just gonna be easier to tackle. So anyways, once I've done all that siesta stuff, you know, I've read, I've gotten sun, had a little meal in me, I've walked, I've also learned. Now, it is time to go train. And ooh, this is probably my favorite part of the day because I don't know if y'all understand, but like, I love training. Like training, that's really one of the things I'm passionate about. I just love working out. I love training. I love seeing my body change. I love seeing my performance change, just my abilities change and get better over time. So right now though, you know, I'm still working through my shoulder injury. So I'll usually do some rehab. Y'all should see it up on the screen right now. But yeah, so I do some like rehab shoulder work. And then after that, I only go to the gym 3 days a week right now. And I only hit legs because I can't really work out my upper body right now because of my shoulder. So I'll hit legs. I'll go super hard, super intense since I've only been going 3 days a week. Then I like to, you know, do some recovery as well. I'll stretch out my legs. I usually swim so that I can like start to loosen up the muscles up here in my shoulder. And then I also hit the sauna. So all in all, that usually takes about like 3 hours, which I know might be a little different for y'all because y'all probably got different schedules. But for me, my body is like a really big investment for me. And on top of that, it's also like my career. So I make sure to take care of that. So then once I'm done with like all the training and taking care of my body, now this is what I like to call like my free time of the day. You know, I'll come back, I'll eat a big meal. And then I really have a lot of choices on what I can do. I'll either go hang out with my shorty, or I'll go and I'll hang out with friends, you know, maybe we'll watch a game, maybe we'll go out somewhere. If there's nothing even going on, I usually just do some more work. Like I'll do some like extra little stuff. I'm training to become a personal trainer right now, so I'll work through that. And there's always like little side hustles going on, so I make sure to tend to those. Yeah, that's really my day. Like even if I'm chilling with my girl, usually like, you know, we'll hang out and all that, but like I'll still be doing a little bit of work here and there just cause like I just love the game, bro. I'm so addicted to it. And then usually around like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, that's when it's wind down time. Come back, read a book and do some prayer. And then that's it. I'm out for the night because I make sure to get my sleep. I make sure that I'm getting at least 7 hours because I don't know why. Like I know 8 hours is ideal, but like 7 hours, that's just when my body wakes me up. And once I'm up, I'm up. So that's my schedule. I'll just show y'all the timetable right here. Now you can look at that. You can copy that if you want. And yeah, that's my schedule. So the way that I would work it in for you is really just no different. Like when you wake up, whether it be like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., or 8 a.m. Me personally, I try to wake up at like 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. every single day. From there, I do my little morning routine and I start working. So for you, do a little morning routine. Make sure, you know, you get up, get a little active, say hello to the world. But then after that, it's right to work. You should be working for at least bare minimum, like 3 hours, maybe 6 hours, just depending on who you are. Once that time is through and you've actually made progress on your goals, you've made progress on your business, you've made progress on your craft, then usually, you know, you'll start to dip a little bit, and that's when it's best to take a siesta. That's when it's best to go outside, get some sun, read a little book, go on a walk, throw it on podcasts, eat a little meal, because you don't want to just burn yourself out. But on top of that, you want your work to be quality. Like usually for me, it's just like, you know, I get hungry and I can't really focus as well. So that's why I make sure to go and take that little break. The thing is, this isn't just like a break where you go and watch Netflix and you go and just like scroll and doom scroll on Instagram or something or TikTok. No, this is an intentional break to like recharge and recuperate. On top of that, you also get to learn new skills so that way you just have new ideas to play with, new ideas to munch on throughout the day that you can execute on tomorrow. Simple as that. Because, you know, you got to be learning, you got to be taking in new information, like quality information, not like the shitty, you know, short little 15-second posts that you see on Instagram and TikTok. No, actual real information. Can't believe I even have to like describe that. But anyways, after you've done all that, now it's time to train. You gotta heal your body. You gotta strengthen your body. Strong body, strong mind, all that. We already know. But really, I do it because it gives me energy. When you're training, when you're pushing your body to the limit, like sure, in the moment, you're tired. But after you recover, like give it like 10, 20, 30 minutes, you recover, you have way more energy because you get hit with a bunch of dopamine, serotonin, just all these good hormones. And not to mention you look good, you feel good, like your energy just goes up. So make sure you're training. And it doesn't have to be just lifting weights. It can be running sprints. It can be playing basketball. It can even be stretching if you're like taking a little rest day, but you still, you know, want to work out your body and get in flow. So just make sure you're doing something. I would say to do that for at least like an hour. You want to be working out for at least an hour a day. And like I said, it doesn't just have to be lifting weights. It can be a whole host of other activities. You can go do yoga, you can hit Pilates. Usually I give myself at least 2 to 3 hours to do that though, just cause you know, there's time to like, you know, throw on your clothes, go to the spot where you're going to train at, then come back, recover, do some stretching, all that. So give yourself like 2 hours to train. Then after that, it's really just free time. Like this is the time where you can really, if you're addicted to your business and you ain't got no shorties, just focus on your business some more. Put in some extra work, put in the hours. Of course, if you got like social relationships that you still want to keep up, go hang out with your friends, go hang out with your family, go hang out with your girl. Do what you got to do. This is like the free time, the time to just like play around really. And it's actually better to go outside and just like interact with people. Go get a meal with someone, go get a meal with a business partner, go outside to your city center and just like, walk around and talk to people. Because if you isolate yourself too much, you're gonna become a weirdo. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been there and I've done that before, where you isolate yourself. And look, if you're working on a business, it's one thing. But if you're just like isolated and just playing video games and watching TikToks all day, you will become a weirdo. You will become a weirdo. I'm sorry to say it. I'm actually not sorry to say it. You should know this by now. But yeah, once you're done with your free time and you've enjoyed yourself, you've trained, you've learned, you've worked on your business, and you've had free time to enjoy yourself, make sure you get your sleep in. Have a nighttime routine. For me personally, it's just, I brush my teeth, read a book, and then I pray. For you, it can be something different. Like maybe you go and do some stretches, maybe you go and take a walk, maybe you even wind down with like an episode of Naruto on Netflix. That's what I do, because I do like Naruto. I say all that to say though, you gotta have a way to wind down, and you gotta give yourself time to actually sleep. Because look, when you're moving at a high octane like this is not an easy schedule to stick to. I'm not saying it is, because you're doing a lot. You're training, you're working, you're learning, you're going out and socializing. Like that's a whole lot of stuff to do. You gotta make sure you're getting your sleep so that you can recharge and recover and come back even better. So there you have it, y'all. That's just the ideal schedule if you want to be successful, athletic, aesthetic, and just, social as well. Just have a vibrant life. You don't want to just like focus in too much on one thing. You don't just want to be the businessman that has no social skills and is just like fat or super skinny. You don't want to be the dude that's just in the gym all day but has no money and no one actually likes him because like maybe he's like narcissistic or he just doesn't socialize that much. Like, nah, you got to be able to, be like a Renaissance man. You got to be able to have the best of all worlds. Simple as that. That's a schedule that y'all can follow if you just want to have the perfect life, essentially. Don't forget, if you need help with coaching, if you need help with your fitness, I got programs, I got coaching below, I got free programs below. On top of that, if you just want a community where like we can discuss ideas, we can just chat, get to know each other, because like, let's be real. If you watching this video and you still around this far, me and you, we probably like, so join the Discord, we can talk, we can chat, I'm looking for new friends. Just check out those links in the description below. With that being said, I am the one Sule. Don't forget, if you got any questions, DM me on X, DM me on IG, or just find a way to reach out to me. I always respond. With all that being said, stay up and stay blessed. I'm out. Dooski.